Assalamu alaikum. This is our second lecture. Yesterday we discussed about the seagull, the young seagull who could not be moved, who could not be mad to take his first flight. Why? Because he was not sure of his strength. He was not assured of his wings. And despite his parents' struggles, he did not move. Today we are to start with the second paragraph. Let's begin. That was 24 hours ago. Since then nobody had come near him. From that time nobody had approached him, nobody had come near him. It means he was left alone for 24 hours, right? The day before, all day long, he had watched his parents flying about with his brothers and sister, perfecting them in the art of flight, right? Before that day, he had looked out attentively his parents flying with his brothers and sister, accurating, maturing, improving in the work of flying. Well, it simply means that his parents were teaching their young ones flying perfectly. His parents were teaching them how to fly, right? Teaching them how to skim the waves and how to dive for fish. It means, moreover, they were being taught how to pass through the moving ridges. The moving ridges, this waves means the moving ridges on the surface of water. Skim means to pass through, to travel into, right? The moving ridges on the surface of water, right? And how to plunge, and how to plunge, how to take, how to launch into it in order to catch fish. He had in fact seen his older brother catch his first herring and devour it, standing on a rock while his parents circled around raising a proud cackle. It means that this way he had witnessed his older brother catch his first herring, means grab his first herring. Herring means a valuable flesh of fatty fish from shallow water, and devour it. Devour it means consumed it, eaten it, or ate up completely. Ate up, consumed completely, devour, standing on a rock while his parents circled around raising a proud cackle, right? While his parents were circling around him, applauding, praising with a majestic squat, right? They were praising him. They were praising them, not him. It means his two brothers and sister. And all morning the whole family had walked about on the big plateau midway down the opposite cliff, taunting him for his cowardice. And all the morning the whole family had walked around. Walked about means walked around, or a walk with no particular goal. So all the morning the whole family, while perambulating, walked about means perambulating on the center of the projecting or the relatively flat highland. This is called plateau. the relatively flat high lane. They were okay walking around or walking about on the huge high lane. Midway down the opposite cliff. Midway means on the center, the opposite cliff, taunting him for his cowardice. They were laughing at him, they were mocking at his cowardice, they were laughing at his lack of bravery. Right? Come to the next paragraph. The sun was now ascending the sky, blazing warmly on his ledge that faced the south. The sun was at the present moment rising or mounting, burning extremely. Blazing warmly means burning extremely on his ledge, that was facing the south. So he was feeling or he felt that warmth or heat of the blazing sun. He felt the heat because he had not eaten since the previous nightfall. He felt the heat, he felt the warmth, for he had eaten nothing since the previous dusk or since the previous twilight or nightfall. Right? He felt then he had found a dried piece of mackerel's tail, a kind of fish, mackerel's tail at the far end of his ledge. Afterwards he had found a dried or an arid piece of fish. Dried means lifeless, arid, A-R-I-D, arid. Piece of fish tail at the distant end of the cliff. Right? Now there was not a single scrap of food left. After having this dried piece of mackerels or fish tail, there was nothing left as food. Right? He had searched every inch, rooting among the rough dirt cacked straw nest where he, his brothers and sister had been hatched. He searched for every inch. He searched every inch or every corner, rooting means rotting, R-O-U-T-I-N-G, rotting or beating among the crude or boisterous field. That was mixture of eggs, stack or husk of the nest where he and his brothers had hatched out from. From where he and his brothers had emerged. Right? Simply it means he searched every corner, even he baked into the filthy nest. Filthy, where is it? Here. Nest. Dirt, cake, straw nest means simply he baked into the filthy, dirty nest that was waxed with eggs and other debris. It was the nest. It was the nest. It means it was the nest where they had been emerged out of eggs from. He even gnawed at, G is silent, so keep it silent and pronounce it as, he even gnawed at the dried piece of spotted egg shell. And it was like eating part of himself. It means maddened with hunger, maddened with appetite. He even ate it. He even, not it means ate it, or chewed it, beat it. the dried piece of eggshell, spotted eggshell. Spotted means dotted, filthy, dirty. Eggshell. Eggshell means the exterior covering of a bird's egg. Okay, so he even chipped at or picked at the filthy, the dirty, dried piece of eggshell, egg covering. This shows that he was in fact got maddened with appetite or hunger. And it simply means to have, to eat, to not eat. The eggshell means it was simply like that. It was like eating part of himself. To not eat the piece of eggshell was just like eating part of himself. He had then trotted back and forth from one of the ledge to the other. He had then jogging. Trotted means to take a run with a slow pace. So he had taken a run with a slow pace, that is trotted. Back and forth means to and fro, backward and forward. From one of ledge to the other, from one part of the cliff to the other, right? The color of the cliff, his grey body, the color of the cliff, his long grey legs, stepping daintily, trying to find some means of reaching his parents without having to fly. His grey body matched the color of the cliff, while his long grey legs stepping or moving daintily. Daintily means his long grey legs stepping or moving in a delicate manner, or in a fastidious manner. Trying to find some means, were trying to find some ways. Reaching his parents means to approach his parents without taking or without having to fly or without taking flight. But on each side of him the ledge ended in a sheer fall of precipice and the sea beneath. But they had a completely very steep cliff from each sides of the cliff he stood on, following the vast belt of sea beneath. Precipice means a very steep cliff, following the sea beneath. And between him and his parents there was a deep, there is no full stop, it is a continuous sentence or continuing sentence, like his parents there was a deep white chasm, not this chasm, this chasm, and above him he could see nothing. And between him and his parents there was a deep white crack, cavity, gorge, right? And above him he could see nothing. It was that much steep, above him he could see nothing. The precipice was sheer and the top of it was perhaps farther away than the sea beneath him. The cliff was sheer, the cliff was steep, and the top of it was perhaps, and it might be farther distant away than the sea beneath him. So he could neither he could fly, neither he could dive into the sea unless he would muster up or make up his courage. The situation, the circumstances were not in favor of okay, that very seagull. Okay, now listen to the simplified version. That was 24 hours ago. Since then nobody had come near him. The day before he had watched, he had witnessed, he had seen his parents flying with his brothers and sister. Okay, they were being taught how to pass through, how to take into, or how to go into, or how to dive into the waves, for fish. He had seen his older brother catch his first fish or herring, and he devoured it, while his parents circled around, raising a lofty cackle or ciquot. The whole family had walked around on the big plateau, laughing at him for his lack of bravery, that is cowardice. The sun was blazing warmly on his ledge. He felt the heat because he had not taken since previous twilight or nightfall. Then he found a dried piece of mackerel's tail, fish tail, at the far end or at the distant end of his ledge. Now there was not a single piece of food left out after having with that piece of mackerel's tail. He had searched every inch, every corner of the nest where he, his brothers and sister had been emerged from, right? He even knotted, he even beaked at, he even chipped the dried, the arid pieces of spotted, dotted eggshell. It was like eating part of himself, right? Why? Because they had been emerged from that very eggshells, and to eat that dotted or spotted piece of eggshells was just like eating a part of himself. He had then rooted, he had then beat, no sorry, he had then taken a slow pace, a run with slow pace, to and fro, or backward and forward, right, from one end of the ledge to the other, and he tried to reach his parents, and this way he tried to approach his parents without flying. But on each side of him, the cliff, the ledge, the rock he stood on ended in a sheer fall. Sheer fall means was very steep, a precipice with the sea beneath. And that cliff was very steep, and between him and his parents there was a deep white chasm. There was a huge gorge or cavity or crack or break. Thank you. It's finish time now. Inshallah, I'll come up with a new paragraph tomorrow.